What's up, guys? I'm Bobby Chatterton, snowboard expert at Curated.com. Today I got to ride the 2022 Never Summer Triple Camber Proto FR. This is the test version. This is the one I rode today for the purposes of this video. We're gonna show you the top sheet on the brand new board. This is a 160. We'll be demonstrating this one. All of this information is completely unbiased and I am not sponsored or affiliated with any brands. The Triple Camber Profile is brand new to Never Summer's lineup this year. The Triple Camber, instead of having that rocker in the middle, they add another camber zone. So you have 3 camber zones throughout and essentially like 3 main points of contact. If you can look at the profile, you can kind of see them all the way down. I was super impressed with this board. Historically, I haven't been a huge fan of hybrid camber profiles. The new Triple Camber Profile in this is advertised as giving you that edge control primarily right in the center of the board, and that is exactly what I felt as soon as I engaged that edge. I could feel it pulling from the points of contact, but the biggest thing that I noticed was that as soon as I engaged that edge, it was like the entire edge from tip to tail was really engaging in the snow and holding me tight. I think we hit a little over 60 miles an hour on this board, which is impressive given that it is a hybrid camber profile. Typically I ride full camber, and full camber is gonna give you that ultimate edge control and stability, but I really found that with this profile, it was very comparable, a bit different, but almost in a better way. So at speed, stability is not an issue whatsoever. I felt like I could plow through any kind of variable terrain. Got to hit a few side hits, felt super responsive. It's not the easiest board to engage, but once you do get that snap off the takeoff, it's gonna respond and it's gonna give you everything that you're putting into it. If you're a rider who spends like 50% of your time through the park, 50% of your time on groomers through some fresh snow, this would be a good board for you. I was surprised at how well it handled on rails with the Triple Camber Profile. It is an 8 out of 10 flex and 8 out of 10 dampness on their scale. So it is a very responsive board. But in the park, it was still a blast. It was still very easy to jib, and it held up especially well on landings on jumps.
So this board handles like no other board I've ever been on. This new profile that Never Summer's doing, this triple camber, it's 3 camber zones that all work together and it makes your edge control insane. So the first thing that I noticed on it was how my leading foot gripped in when I went into turns. Going to a turn, it grabs in the front and it kind of trails the rest of the board through it. This board feels different. Like there's no other board that I've ever been on that feels anything like this. As far as the control, the stability at high speeds, the pop, it's a one board quiver if I've ridden one. I think that this is gonna be the best for a resort rider that's going to just be in variable terrain. So like if you spend half your day riding through the trees and then you cut over, discharge some groomers, do a couple laps through the park, I would recommend this for a more experienced rider, not quite advanced, but I mean, an advanced rider would have a ball on this thing. It's a little bit technical. The way that the triple camber feels, it doesn't feel like any other board. It's just different. It handles better than any traditional camber that I've been on. It floats well as your top rockers. Never Summer really knocked it out of the park with this new triple camber profile. It's amazing everywhere.
I wouldn't recommend this board to a beginner, mostly because of the 8 out of 10 flex, and it also presents more like a traditional full camber board than it does a hybrid profile. So a beginner would have a hard time lifting this on edge. It's gonna be very stiff. For somebody who's looking for that learning curve, you're gonna wanna go with something much softer with more of a rocker-oriented profile. I would recommend this to the intermediate to advanced rider. This is a board for a hard-charging rider, I'll say. For the perfect gear for your next adventure, make sure to head over to Curated.com, and if you want to see more content from Curated, make sure to hit that subscribe button.